What is going on, family? I'm a little under the weather, but I was really excited to make this video. I was waiting and waiting for these hardcovers to come in just to make the video because I wanted to showcase it on this video just to kind of display awe. I'm really excited. This was such a journey that wow, most people would never really realize how much effort and work it takes to make a book. So when you see a book, when you go past a bookstore or a library, kiss it. I'm just kidding, but in all sincerity, it was really a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And I really hope one day I can do it again. Not to give any hidden messages, but I'm not going to talk about what's in the book because I want you guys to read the book, so don't worry, there's no spoilers in this video. This is just simply the author coming to you just to let you know that I made a book and I hope everyone will enjoy reading it. So I just kind of want to talk about the process first. So I started writing this book when I was 17 years old. I was literally in high school, and I remember at the time being influenced by a lot of things, by music, particularly hip hop music. So I grew up listening to a lot of hip hop music, and the lyrics, with East Coast based hip hop, of course. I mean, I'm from New York, so obviously the lyricism in the lyrics was really what drew me to starting to write poetry. And from poetry, I started to write songs. And then from songs, I had this idea to write a book, which was actually inspired. I actually had a teacher in high school named Mr.Lehane. If you're watching this, shout out to you. So he had a regimen that basically when you came into the classroom, there was a post on the board that you had to write about, and he gave you like a timer. I forget how long it was. I don't know if it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but basically you had to write about whatever was on the board. So it was like practice for me. So we did this like clockwork. We did this every single day in class that I had him for my last year in high school, my senior year. And we did this, every day, me, going through it and, filling in whatever I need to be filled in. And I just remember having a lot of ideas as I was doing this exercise. And I remember going home and I just was deciding in my mind that I'm gonna write a book. And I was also reading a lot of books, particularly John Steinbeck. He was another author that helped inspire this book that you see here. He made a book called East of Eden. And East of Eden, if you don't know and if you haven't read it, go check it out, please. It's a great, great book. He basically retells, or a modern retelling of the story of Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel from the Bible, the book of Genesis. So there's that. So I read that and I was really inspired as well. So that was just kind of leading up to writing this. And the great thing about this book is that you're going to get different stages of my life. So like I said, I started writing this book when I was 17, but you're going to see chapters where I wrote it at 18, 19, 22, 23, 25, 27. In the course of writing this book, collectively, it was 10 years. Not consecutively, not in full 10 years, but on and off 10 years, it took me to write this book and give you what you see today. In total, with this particular size and print, there's 166 pages of the book. I think with the extra pages, with the preface and the copyright page and everything, is like 171 or 172. But it's a short read. It's not a long read that you can't read it in one setting or 2-3 days. Have you? You should be able to read in a week. And I'm thankful that a lot of people have, and I've received a lot of personal messages that have inspired me and encouraged me to share and just to make this video as I am doing now. Because I believe a lot of people have a book within them. They just have to start writing it. I can tell you firsthand, I didn't write this book cover to cover. In fact, I literally probably wrote some chapters here and there, and wrote some chapters here and there, and I kind of just weaved it together, if you will. But yeah, I definitely did not write this in one sitting, so that's something that you guys can know if you're aspiring to write a book. And one thing I would also say is to outline chapters that you want to write about. So I had this idea of a particular world, kind of like an exaggeration of what our world is today. And it's amazing because it hasn't changed. Back 10 years ago when I was 17, it was a point where we didn't have much privacy. Facebook was basically, tracking searches, and you couldn't, go to Facebook or leave Facebook and then it'll come after you, if you will, with, ads or whatever have you. So that was going on, and I kind of wanted to make an exaggeration of that. Also at the time, when I was in high school, I was very vocal about myself being a believer, myself being a Christian. And there was a lot of people who just didn't believe that. So I had a lot of people, come up to me and tell me, oh, why do you believe that? What you believe is false or whatever have you. So there was a lot of, attacking when it came to my personal faith. So when I made this book, I also had that idea because a lot of atheists would tell me, life would be better without God, if there was a God, in their words. So I kind of had this two-parter. I had basically the world changing with, social network and privacy being intervened on. And then I had the people who were kind of basically working around what I have as a foundation of my faith and my belief. So I had the two meeting two cities, if you will. So I created a city. I created a city, and the city is called Encrypted City. I would give you just the background synopsis of what is already on the back cover. Nothing more, no spoilers, I promised you. Encrypted City is a place free of crime and freedom. Each citizen from birth is implanted with a chip, their thoughts collected and monitored each day. Everyone, except the city's overseer, a newborn, a doctor, and a family from outside of the city. In the city's outskirts, the doctor can be seen leading the father and two boys of this family away from the conflict of the inner city. They will grow to experience life in a whole new way, as they will soon learn all crimes are punishable by a lifetime in solitary confinement. And those looking to punish criminals may be closer than they suspect. Christopher Marcano has created a fascinating world and a thought-provoking commentary on the true meaning of freedom. So, all in all, I don't want to get any more deeper than that, because I definitely want to stick to the surface, because I want you guys to dive in and read it and have your opinions and thoughts. There's a lot more to the story. I mean, you're going to get everything from, dysfunctional relationships to, what this world is currently. You'll see some similarities and stuff like that. It's something that I hope everyone will enjoy reading. I hope you are inspired to write your own book. I can tell you this didn't happen alone. I mean, I wrote this book. I got inspired by a lot of things, but I also had some help. One source I do recommend is Fiverr. So Fiverr is a freelancing website where I was able to get an editor that was really well. Obviously, I mean, I chose them to help me publish this. So I had an editor that I hired from there. I also got the book designer from that website as well. And I'm going to link it in the bottom of the description here as well. And I also got the book formatter because, books need to be formatted to read like this and not like a Word document. So, yeah, so there was a lot of great help that I had in trying to build this from cover to cover and make it what you see today. I definitely recommend, if you haven't got a copy yet, definitely consider getting the hardcover. It's absolutely beautiful. There's not a way I can say it. It's really beautiful. It just fits nicely in the hand. The text kind of stands out more bolder than it does on the paperback version. I'm not sure if that's just because Amazon. Oh, I meant to mention that. I did self-publish it through Amazon. So if you haven't published your book yet, consider doing that through Amazon because it's free. There's not a cost to publish a book. I mean, obviously the other things that I mentioned, I mean, there's costs, to get an editor, to get a book designer, to get a book formatter. There is a cost to all that. But when it comes to publishing the book itself, there's not a cost to that, which is really nice. I mean, obviously they take a percentage of royalties and all that sort of thing. But as far as you being an author wanting to put your book out there, they're not going to charge you like a monthly subscription or something like that, which is great. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I hope you guys do get yourself a copy. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys read it, and tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear, what you guys think. I would love to hear just some feedback and everything, and maybe it might inspire another one. But if I ever did write another book, it won't take another 10 years. I can tell you that much. Alrighty, so I thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me in this special occasion because we're celebrating solitary confinement. We are celebrating solitary confinement, and I love you guys. I thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Maybe I'll make some more videos like this. Just give me your feedback, and I'll definitely be back for more content. Peace.